In Washington today, President Trump may be trying to de-escalate the nation's trade war with China, but the administration is ramping up trade threats against the European Union. Washington correspondent Raquel Martin shows us how that could impact your wallet.
It has to be better for us than for them.
As President Trump takes steps toward de-escalating trade tensions with China, his administration is ramping up trade threats against the European Union.
We're hitting them in the stomach. A lot of cheese, a lot of pasta, a lot of pork.
And even whiskey. Those are just a handful of the European experts the U.S. could slap with $4 billion in new tariffs. Some worry about the impact at the dinner table, but trade expert Bill Reinsch isn't concerned.
If we put a big tariff on French cheese, it means that people will buy less French cheese. They'll buy more American cheese. Wisconsin will be happy.
And he says the threat alone may be enough.
This can only be kind of a psychological sort of leverage game to convince the Europeans that we're serious.
So why the tariffs in the first place? It comes down to a fight between the EU and the United States. Each accused the other of unfairly subsidizing air manufacturers Airbus and Boeing.
This has been going on for 15 years. It's probably the longest case in the history of the WTO.
The World Trade Organization says they're both guilty of not playing fair. This summer, they'll decide if both countries have cleaned up their acts. Without a fair deal, the U.S. Trade Representative says, quote, the U.S. administration is preparing to respond immediately with countermeasures. In Washington, Raquel Martin.